Hello, apa khabar, and welcome to Virtually Peranakan Fest 2022, celebrating our colourful culture. Now, this is our third edition of this online Peranakan festival organised by Peranakan Sayang, and we are very happy to see all of you, our wonderful Sayangs from around the world. Kamsia very much for joining us. Please say hello and tell us where you are watching this live stream from in the comment section. We really love to hear from all of you. My name is Alvin Un, and it's my pleasure to host this very first session on the second day of our festival. Now, for the very first time, we are having a wayang Peranakan streamed at our festival by Babawood Productions of the Peranakan community of Western Australia, titled Bulan Menjadi Saksi, The Moon is My Witness. It is a fun and light-hearted performance that is enjoyable for all, so sit back and enjoy. We will also be meeting the Babas and Nyonyas from PCWA as they share their Peranakan activities in Perth, including cultural advisor Father Christopher Lim, the producer, scriptwriter and actor Daniel Koh, director Christina Fernandez and actress Kelene Theseira after this performance of this wonderful show. And of course, we're also going to have my wonderful co-host Cedric Tan, who will be streaming from Malacca. So right now, sit back and enjoy the show.
Oh, okay. Oh, nama Chin Hokia macam itu mesti very good already. Okay. Kasih gua tengok lu punya tangan ho.
Atu, lu ini tengok lama-lama. Lu tengok dia punya nasib atau main lama-lama. Ayo, lu betul nasi kopi lah.
Banyak blur lah. Kalau tak terang-terang gua punya datuk kuabo.
Apa lagi?
Banyak babut ah. Babut sekali.
Apa itu babut? Bagus kah?
Ayah. Babut. Betulnya baguslah. Ini Chin Hokia betulnya Hokia. Itu bintang lu tengok itu Venus, Jupiter, Mars semua berderet. Allah cakap all your stars are aligned. Wah, hati dia banyak babut. Lu jaga baik-baik. Bila lu ada anak nombor 5, lu 2 orang kaya sekali. Ada kuat lah. 5 anak semua jadi doktor.
Apa doktor tu? Bukan itu tek doktor atau itu
Iya, bukan. Betul punya doktor kerja di hospital. Okey? Wah, betul punya kaya. Nanti ada nama jalan Sengit Road, Sengit Avenue, Sengit Condominium pun. Wah, betul lah Cak Beliau. Ini Sengit betulnya Cak Beliau.
Ayo, semua sengit.
Semua sengit. Agio, lu dapat jackpot.
Si sengit suka gua. Alah, nervous apa pula? Dulu minggu, Gua sudah kasih lu punya gambar dengan si Sengit punya mak, si Zinggol. Dia bilang, lu punya gambar, wah, betulnya cantik dan seksi dan bingung lu boleh beranak banyak-banyak cucu. Mari kita pergi jumpa dia.
Okeylah, mari kita jalan sama-sama.
Alamak, siapa itu pula? Hasan! Hasan! Mana lu? Hei! Hei, pakar! Orang ketuk pintu banyak pada-padanya. Apa di depan rumah?
Oh, lapang mo yan. Eh, bin seksek, kami Mia.
Taci manis.
Taci manis ah, oh aku mau hendak cinsui ya lo.
Ini ada rumah.
Oh, jalan. Kau Daniel, kau lai lo.
Oh, di manis. Mari. Lama tak jumpa. Duduk. Mari. Wah. Oi, seksi sekali. Wah, bau pun bagus. Mesti pakai Auditorol 4711. Manis, ini kali itu pandai tangkap. Lo ini mesti agio.
Ya, Bi, gua agio.
Dia
ada baik.
Kau baik.
Nah, gua baik lu kok.
Buat puasa saja. Apa ni? Kue dodol. Kau punya favorite. Ya, ini hari betul punya panas. Tapi jangan khawatir, tu ada orang gaji, pandai masak. Ini hari dah masak itu pak, air macam kucing sedap sekali. Tunggu kau panggil dah. Asam. Asam kamu pula. Untuk di dapur. Hari itu nanti dua mangkuk air mata kucing.
Kucing Noah.
Taruh sen.
Sen.
Tio. Dua minum. Aduh, lama tak jumpa kita dah banyak story. Ada kabar baik?
Baik. Kita ni dua baru jumpa itu Chelsea.
Oh, itu Atu.
Itu si Joko Cikopek.
Cikopek ya, orang macam Cikopek.
Dia cakap si Agio sama si Sengit boleh ngam dan boleh kahwin.
Oh, itu betul berita bagus itu. Oh, Agio. Mata besar. Hidung mancung. Agio sekarang kerja apa? Gaji berapa satu bulan?
Gua sekarang kerja jadi misi di Tan Tock Seng
Oh,
Hospital.
pandai juga.
Sudah mau dekat 10 tahun.
Oh, lama juga.
Gaji gua boleh tahan lah. Kira-kira lebih kurang RM1,000 sebulan.
Oh, not bad.
Sekarang gua senior nurse.
Oh, pandai.
Boleh tahan.
Yalah, ya. Minum peranakan. Minum.
Cik manis.
Akan siasa.
Tengok cukup manis tak? Kata kamu lebih pula, kasih kau tahu. Orang gaji pandai masak. Dan kadang-kadang buat apa tu? Bubur caca lah, pulut hitam lah. Pandai sekali orang gaji.
Minum.
Minum. Asam. Tunggu sini buat apa? Dengar kita bercerita pula. Pergi masuk dapur, tak lain kerja kah? Diri body pula, jaga kita punya pantat. Orang gaji sekarang semua macam.
Si Sengit ada di rumah.
Oh, Sengit, dia ada di rumah. Budak tu malu kucing. Dalam hati macam tikus. Tapi orangnya baik. Tunggu gua panggil dia. Boy, mana kau punya boy? Boy! Boy!
Ya, Bang.
Mari sini, cepat sikit. Hegi macam. Nah, tu kena kacang manis kan? Ini Agio lah.
Halo Sengit.
Dulu minggu kita cakap pasal Agio, sekarang dia di depan kita ya. Okey, sekarang tu pergi dalam bilik, jangan masuk campur. Kita tiga ada meeting dulu. Tu pergi dalam bilik dulu.
Masih boleh manis.
Okey, Sengit.
Minum. Ya. Sedap Cukup Apa yang budak lompat macam lopang pula? Apa lu buat nonsen ini?
Ada burung pipit masuk rumah.
Alah, burung pipit pula. Ini budak betul punya gas bag.
Si Sengit kerja apa?
Oh, dah kerja kerani di Orchard Road. Budak tu seronok sekali. Hari-hari pergi kerja, balik rumah. Tak pernah ada kawan perempuan.
Ya ke?
Ya.
Oh, baguslah. Si Agio pun tak pernah ada kawan jantan.
Ya kan? Seronok.
Ya. Mak bapak dia baru meninggal.
Oh, kesian budak ni.
Balah, sekarang kita tengok kalau diorang ada jodoh tak?
Ya, bolehlah. Kalau macam nanti kau tanya kau budak apa macam. Kalau dah suka, kita boleh meeting lagi ya.
Macam itu baguslah. Kita jalan dulu, Bi.
Jangan baik-baik. Kamsia, waktu kuih-kuih semua.
Okey, jumpa lagi ya.
Jangan sana lubang besar.
Okey, kita balik dulu ya, Bi. Harap kita jumpa lagi ya.
Jumpa lagi.
Jalan dulu.
Bye. Jangan baik-baik ya. Bye.
Kamsia. Okey, bye.
Bye-bye, Kansia.
Boy! Boy!
Ya, Mak.
Mari sini, duduk sini. Mak mau cakap kau sikit. Duduk. Dulu setelah tengok Agio apa macam?
Boleh jadi kawan.
Boleh jadi kawan pula. Lu kira handsome macam Piramli kah? Habis Presley pula tak mau kalah budak ni. Muka sini macam boga jus, mau tarik harga lagi.
Oh, Mama. Sengit mau kawin. Kawin dengan siapa? Kawin
Ya,
dengan
buat sini.
Oh, Mama.
Sakit kalau mana atas mobil kemarin.
Kawin
Ya,
dengan
ke
siapa?
sana. Asal.
Kawin dengan
Itu macam budak-budak.
Halo Sengit. Apa khabar? Lu tunggu lama tak?
Gua baru sampai. Lu sudah makan belum?
Gua baru makan. Lu tak kerja ini hari?
Tak ada. Gua ambil cuti. Gua excited dah.
Hari? Gua pun ambil cuti. Gua pun excited lah. First time gua keluar sama kawan jantan.
Marilah. Kita jalan. Gua happy sekali.
Gua pun happy. Orang Ciamsi itu cakap kita dua ada jodoh. Tapi mak lu suka gua tak?
Ya, dia suka sama lu. Dia kata kalau ada jodoh, lekas-lekas kawin. Mak gua badan tak sihat. Bapak gua sudah meninggal. Mak rindu sama dia.
Oh, kesian lah mak lu. Gua kerja nurse di coronary care unit di Toxic Hospital. Gua boleh tolong jaga mak lu. Macam tu lah.
Kamsialah. Mari kita kamsialah. Baik, mari kita jalan. Ini malam bulan terang.
Wah, so romantic.
You believe in love at first sight? Oh, I feel that I've fallen in love with you.
Gua pun feel this way. Sengit, you promise you will never leave me?
Yes, Phil. I promise I will never leave. Bulan Menjadi Saksi.
Bulan menjadi saksi.
sama lu Tuan Ho. Gua nyari keksi sekali Tuan Ho.
Pagi, Mak. Bangun siap-siap. Agil mau datang, kita mau pergi tengok wayang.
Wah.
Morning show di Roxy, Mak.
Boy, satu malam gua tak boleh tidur. Gua punya hati ketebak. Gua fikir mau kena heart attack. Gua ini masih sama lu. Gua ada cerita tak baik.
Asal, hujan lebat. Cepat-cepat tutup jendela. Lepas tu datang.
Ya. Boy, lu sekarang dengar baik-baik. Itu perempuan Agil tak guna. Lu lagi baik lupakan dia. Gua punya spy kenal dia. Dia ada banyak boyfriend. Tak ada anak darah lagi. Sudah second hand. Selalu pergi party. Perempuan tu tak seronok sekali.
Mak, mana boleh cakap macam tu?
Ya.
What is past is past. Sekarang dia orang baik. Kita mau kahwin very soon. Gua don't care.
Boy, lu ini degil sekali. Gua cakap lu tak berdegil. Gua punya hati sekarang rasa berat sekali. Gua tak mau lu kahwin sama dia. Gua malu kahwin perempuan macam itu. Asam, lekas pergi ambil kau punya ubat.
Mak, you know I love you very much. But gua mau kahwin dengan Agil juga. Whether you said yes or no, gua don't care.
Lu main di sini. You don't dare walk away from me when I'm talking to you. Kurang ajar budak ini. Kalau lu punya bapak kau nosi itu dah mesti. Agree sama gua. Gua keksi sekali gua. Dengar budak tu cakap kepala batu. Ada mata terang-terang. Gua dah tegil sekali gua. Mana lu sekarang gua? Gua rindu sama lu gua. Bila lah lu ambil gua pergi sama lu gua. Nanti tak lama lagi gua jumpa sama lu gua. Aduh sakit. Aduh, mabuk. Siapa ini semua? Siapa ini?
Agil, Mak.
Gua Agil, Bi.
Oh, si Agil. Ayo, kamsia ya Dio. You saved my life. Tadi bila gua kena heart attack, gua sudah mati.
Ayah, jangan cakap macam tu, Bi.
Gua jumpa gua punya sayang Tuan Ho.
Ayah, jangan merepek.
Dah cakap punya time belum sampai lagi.
Relax, Bi.
Dah pun cakap tu ni perempuan baik.
Kamu siap?
Apa story gua dengar pasal tu semua palsu, tak betul, nak berepek.
Siap, Bi.
Gua pun cakap dah mau dulu lekas kahwin dengan gua punya singit. Kamsia. Love you. Okey lah macam lu fikir tu buat sahabat macam tak? Salah, masak salah. Macam lah tu. Wah, lu dulu belajar kat Thailand lah. Oi, si manis. Aduh, kamu siap. Oh, semua siap. Kamu siap. Oh, duduk. Ya, duduk. Duduk. Si Atu kan?
Ini kaki ini saya. Ini hari banyak babut. Kamu siap.
Saya simpan ni. Wah, orang kampung semua. Kasihan. Duduk. Kasih dulu minum. Minum air. Mandul. Duduk. Kasihan. Ini betul kan? Kasihan semua datang. Nasib baik dalam lockdown ni hari ya. Kasih minum. Okey ya boy, lu dengar baik-baik. Lu sekarang telah jadi laki sama ni Ayu ni. Lu jaga baik-baik. Okey?
Ya, Mak.
Mak kasih sikit basic lah, tak banyak. Ni rutih dulu. Rutih ya. Oh, kamsia lah sini. Mak kasih sikit basic ampau lah. Tak banyak, sedikit saja. Alamak, tisu bed. Ini ampau ni ya. Nah, lu dengar baik-baik apa yang aku cakap. Lu jaga kepala batu, jaga kepala batu, kepala angin. Jaga bini baik-baik. Okey? Jangan degil macam dulu. Ini sekali. Wah. Oh.
Nyo, minum teh, Nyo.
Kamsia lah, Dio. Pagi gua Nyo sedap dengan Lu sekarang terjadi bagai simpu. Tunggu. Nio kasih dia ampau. Ini betul dia ampau ni, ha? Okey.
Kamsian Nio, panjang-panjang umur Nio.
Okay. Nah, lu jangan jadi budak baik-baik. Nak kadang-kadang kepala angin. Tapi hati dah baik. Ha? Nah, dengar baik-baik. Nio nak cakap ni selalu. I only say this once. Dengar. Nio pun sudah tua. Ha? So tak ada time lagi. Kasih banyak-banyak cucu. Boleh? Ha. Jangan waste time. Ini malam, puasa start. Boleh? Kau? Jangan happy. Betul. Okey. Lawannya.
Ya, ini hari baik, bulan baik. Mari kita laujan.
Ya, jangan malu. Semua ada technical glitch, ha?
Wow, what a wonderful performance by the Peranakan community of Western Australia, and you've been watching excerpts of Bulan Menjadi Saksi. We certainly hope you enjoyed yourself, and the fun doesn't end here because we have some of the wonderful people from PCWA joining us this afternoon. But first, I'd like to bring on my co-host Baba Cedric Tan. Hi Cedric, apa khabar?
Baik, selamat tengah hari. Dah makan belum, Pak?
Dah makan. I hope you enjoyed the performance as well.
Very, very much. Very, very much.
So we have the pleasure to bring on the wonderful people from PCWA. First, we got Father Chris. Hello, Baba.
Hello, Ba Alvin, Ba Cedric, apa khabar?
Baik.
Baik.
Makan ke belum?
Dah makan, kamsia. And we also have Daniel, Christine, and Kelene. Hello, everybody.
Hello, apa khabar?
I must say it was a wonderful performance. Thank you so much for sharing that wonderful show.
Thank you. It's our
Daniel.
Our pleasure.
You look so cute. Pakai bibi. Ai, boleh tergolek-golek ke kawan tadi.
Itu Bibi seksi tu. Jangan duduk play-play.
Seksi, jangan seksa. Okay, so before we ask questions, or if any of our viewers have any questions for our wonderful people here, maybe Father Chris, can you share a little bit about PCWA?
So, back in 2005, I moved to Perth to join the Norbertine Community Monastery with a view that I'll spend my life there. So, when the Peranakan personnel come to know that I now actually live in Perth, and there wasn't any group yet, so they've asked me, coaxed me, say, why don't you start a group there? And then I said, no, not already. I don't think I have the capabilities to start a group and all that. So I tarried until 2009. I was asked by Miss Billy Tan and said that let's start something. And then I thought that year wasn't very appropriate. So after give it 2 more years to think about it and to plan, in 2011, on the 1st of April, I decided to call for an afternoon tea, which the photos will show you. And we had it in our chapter room. I think about 13 or 14 of us turned up with kuih and a plan to see how we want to take this out. I remembered clearly after the meeting that where are we going to go from here? And I was a bit worried whether to turn left or to turn right or to go straight. And I just prayed, lifting it to God to see where this would take and turn out to be. So as initially people were interested in the food and gatherings. So we had whenever I could, I would send all the emails out, and then send an en bloc invitation to all those who are interested. It was by word of mouth that that's how our gatherings happen. Then then eventually from the Prairie, we went. I got permission to use the St. Norbert College, the campus. That's how when we had our Bak Chang festival demonstration in 2012 in what do you call it in the classroom, where Irene Fu from Malacca taught us how to tie and how to make the bak chang. Then and I still remember very clearly that she had this big amount of filling. I said, you angkat lah, you angkat balik, angkat balik makan. Oh, I really enjoyed the feeling itself just with rice, Anyway, subsequently, we had other celebrations as well and gatherings. Yeah, and then by November, it was time of the convention. I asked around if anyone would be interested to represent Perth for the first time. So in the picture, if you see, you have my auntie there next to me in pink. And then you have also Stephen and Rosie Ang, who are still members till today. And then Irene Fu and her sisters from Malacca. And Irene Fu came from Perth. Her sisters came from Malacca. So together we formed a group of us, about 8 or 9. And for the first time, I felt very, very proud to be shoulder to shoulder with the rest of the leaders representing Perth for the first time, or actually Western Australia. The other thing why I call it, initially we were thinking of what to call it. I initially loved, because of the idea in Norbertine order, it's always stresses about community, communal life, and the whole thing about a ripple effect from the power of the community. So what happened is that I thought we are a Peranakan community. I'm not sure whether it's going to be a big community or a small community, but we are a community and we are a family. And we look after each other with the idea of preserving our culture, although we come from different regions, and celebrate sharing it with the wider community. At the same time, helping to pass on and hand on to the younger generation, which was my idea. So subsequently, we went for others. We had this Auntie Jenny showing us how to tie the sarong in the Christmas get together. Then in 2013, we had Baba Peter Wee coming to visit us and then sharing us some books. And we had an afternoon tea with him, actually in our St. Norbert College staff room. And then at night, the committee was had a dinner in Basil and Christine's house. If you remember, Basil, Christine, we had it in your house.
Yes.
And then the picture on top is the second performance that Christine coordinated for the KL convention that we had. It was the second year that PCWA represented ourselves at this convention, which was really fun. And the first time for Basil and Christine, and Uncle Louis and Jenny as well. Yeah. So subsequently, we had afternoon teas, and other people came into the committee. But most of all, we worked as a family, and we truly were there, and with the whole same idea of preserving and sharing and handing on the culture to the people from what we receive. That even their progress, even to wildflower tour during the springtime in Perth. And as you know, Western Australia is very famous for wildflowers blooming around this time. So every year it's become a staple event that PCWA organizes then. I'd like to bring up this one. In 2013, through a lot of pain, tears, and a lot of sweat too, we organized the first Peranakan Food and Fun Fair in the Southern Hemisphere. It was held in the gymnasium of the St. Norbert College, and it was a very good turnout. I remember digging out all my barang-barang and others as well. The proceeds of the money went towards two charities. One was the St. Norbert Breakfast Club, and then the other one was a Christian charity somewhere north of the river. But people were really taken aback, and people responded very well. In fact, the person who after the car park told me that, you know, if we were to charge one car each, we will make tons of money that day. Yeah, so really it was very good. So on that day, typical of and heartbeat of Peranakan identity for me and for us would be that Tok Sam Kai. So I set up the Tok Sam Kai from what I know, but I didn't have the chain up set, so I had to re-improvise the chain up to look very Christian. And I had imported stuff as well, like even the Tok Wee as well. They are batik Tok Wee. But that became the center point of the start of the celebration. And the rest of the flowers were all donated, and fruits as well. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Father Chris, for that very wonderful sharing. We've got some time to talk to our other guests this afternoon, and they are the wonderful people who put up the show together, and it was such a great effort. So we'd like to say hello to Daniel, Christine, and Kelene. So maybe Baba Cedric, you have any questions for our kawan-kawan tak?
Yeah, perhaps maybe Baba Daniel, can you maybe let us know how long did it take you to write the script, and what inspired you to write that story?
Well, it took me roughly about 3 months. Yes, three months to write the script, and we had our rehearsals. The rehearsal stretch went on for about 9 months, all in about 1 year, in other words.
Wow.
But don't forget, we are all, most of us are working adults, so we only meet, maybe once or twice a month to have the rehearsal. Okay, and in answer to your second question, what really motivated me to write the play is that, as far as we know, there has never been a live Peranakan play in Australia. Right, and this sort of spurred me on to do the first play. But having said that, this Bulan Menjadi Saksi is not actually our first play, because prior to that we had a 20-minute skit called Empat Sekawan. So Bulan Menjadi Saksi is actually a sequel to the Empat Sekawan. All right, and we were very glad that the response from the audience It was really very good, very good, and so much so that they were asking us for a repeat performance, due to popular demand, you know. So because of that, we had another play, the same play but on a different date, for their friends and other members who had missed the first play, as well as a matinee. All right, so we were very happy with the overall result.
Fantastic. With some time, I can also talk to Christine. Maybe you can answer as the director of the performance. What were the challenges putting the whole show together with all the rehearsals involved and language and all that? What were challenges over there?
Well, for me, it was, there was a lot to take in. For one, we had to look at logistics. And as you know, we don't have a clubhouse. So most of the rehearsals for those 9 months were held in my house. We opened our home to the community, to the committee. I mean, especially to the actors and actresses. And it was wonderful to see the play becoming alive from a written script which Daniel had done, and for it being, as I said, coming alive in the very sense of it. It was very heartwarming, and along the way, we could pick out certain things which I thought needed to be corrected and not in line with the Baba culture.
Thank you.
Alvin, sorry to interrupt you. There's no picture, you know that? It's all blackout, all black.
We can see you, don't worry.
I can't see you.
Because you are the star right now. Okay, so Cedric, do you have a question for Kelene before we wrap up this session?
Tachi Kelene, I know that I'm not so sure whether you have taken part in plays before, but what preparations have you made actually to in order for you to get into character, and I see that you improvise on your wedding costume, so how do you go about planning to dress up like that,
Well, to answer your question, first and foremost, I was very nervous getting into this play because I've never done it, no experience at all. And I've been approached, and 2 years, I sort of got into the swing of it, and it brought back a lot of memories to the roots, my Peranakan roots. And I tried to improvise my costume, like the sarong kebaya, and in the last part, I didn't have a wedding scene. As you know, being born and bred in Malacca, I knew what the Peranakan typical wedding bridal gown is like, but we couldn't get one. So luckily, another committee member had her old wedding gown, and we said, okay, we'll use, and we got the headgear online, and we just put a veil on, and we wanted the surrounding song, the background, to make it sound like a Peranakan wedding. And so we improvised and we made do with what we had. But after doing the show, I felt really good because it brought back a lot of memories, especially my growing up in Malacca with my Peranakan heritage, and also bringing into practice our Baba language, the Nyonya Baba language. So I'm very pleased that I was given this golden opportunity to do it. And looking back now at the play, it's something that I can actually show my children and grandchildren.
That was wonderful. Okay, before we wrap up this session, we've got one more photograph to show, which is a key photograph of of Bibi, most beautiful Bibi, Daniel. Well done. I understand it's your first time as a Bibi.
Yeah, first time in the right.
Okay, thank you so much.
I really don't know which one to look at. Either look at Baba Daniel as a Bibi or the croissant, the giant croissant that he's wearing on his chest.
We're all confused. We're all confused. Okay, everybody, that's all the time we have because we've got to get ready for the next program that we have for this festival. But before we go, really like to thank everybody from PCWA, including Father Chris, Daniel, Christine, and Kelene. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon on our festival.
Wonderful.
And of course, my fellow co-host, Cedric Kamsia, so much for joining us as well.
Thank
you all. Bye-bye. Take care.
Yeah.
God bless.
Well,
Bye-bye.
everybody, that's the end of this first session. We certainly hope you enjoyed yourselves. Now, we certainly like you to join us for the next session, which starts at 2 p.m. at the next link, The Splendor of the Nyonya Kebaya with Lilian Tong. Now, this has been Virtually Peranakan Fest 2022, celebrating our colorful culture organized by Peranakan. Sayang, my name is Alvin Un. We will see you soon.
You talk the time you half face only.
Cannot